say, oh, since this fever is not there, the person cannot have tuberculosis. Or this, since fever is there, the person must have tuberculosis.
Okay.
Fever will occur in most other conditions that we know of, contagious disease and other things like that. But you see, you have to tie all of these signs and symptoms together. We will not just start to isolate them and say, look, this is what is happening. It's a combination of all these signs and symptoms that we put together. What the patient complains about are the symptoms the patient is having. What the clinician is trying to elicit from the patient are the signs, for example. So it is when you put all of this together that you say, okay, look, the indices are getting higher. Okay. And the index of suspicion is pushing us towards this particular condition. And I mean, we say people should bring us their splitting, for example. We want to go and do, microscopy, again do acid fast bacilli, see what you call all these nursing and all those things we do in the laboratory. We want to know what type of thing is this. So it requires real laboratory examination, for example, to begin to arrive at focused diagnosis, so to say. Okay. So it's not just because somebody is having fever.
Now, we always say that prevention is better than cure. Yeah. Already you've spoken about avoiding overcrowding, avoiding closed spaces. There should be ventilation. Are there other things that we can do to make sure we reduce the incidence of tuberculosis?
Thank you. You see, generally, I've always told people we should take responsibility for our lifestyle. Imagine a situation where you see these Egyptian mummies that were kept those days for thousands of years. And as recently as it could be, people went there to see that even in their spine, you could see decaying to bacillus or decaying process of tuberculosis, which means it's possible some of them.
You said decaying?
Or decaying.
That means that
the
bacteria were still alive.
We were told that ordinarily, even by science and everything, this particular bacterium can exist in the host body, in the host cells, so to say.
But even the AIDS virus dies when there's no life.
Yes, what we saw in there was that we are talking of now evidence that it's possible those bodies that were mummified or whatever you call them, probably some of them even died of tuberculosis. That will tell you the antiquity in the nature of tuberculosis. So our lifestyle, personal hygiene, preventing overcrowding, good ventilation, avoiding those things that will make us vulnerable. And when we see contact, somebody sneezing, somebody coughing, you see, people should learn to pick ordinary small handkerchief along. You do that so that you don't just go around and blowing things. In a single sneeze, thousands and thousands of this bacterium will come out. And it takes only less than 10 pieces, for example, of the bacteria, for example, to get infected. So I think, by and large, our social habit has a lot to do. Because even this bacterium can be resistant to some, weak disinfectants. You use your disinfectant that are very weak. You can't kill this thing.
But they are not weak to boiling.
No. I mean, if it's boiled, thank you. If it's boiled, that's what we call process of pasteurization. You steam your autoclave, you do all sorts of things like that. Even in unconducive environment, this bacterium has the tendency to survive for some time. The walls of the body of the cell membrane of that bacterium has some lipid layers that are quite thick, for example. And so, even in adverse conditions, it can still survive and thrive for a while.
So, in a word, better sanitation. Watch your lifestyle.
Avoid smoking. Alcohol. If you're going to eat well. And in fact, not just eating by morning, apple in the afternoon, and rice in the evening.
Balanced diet. I'm sorry, Doctor. At this point, I have to go to stop you. We'll go on forever. We've run out of time.
Thank you very much.
Thanks very much for coming.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you for being with us and accompanying us throughout this journey. I hope you've had a lovely time. That's the end of Health Matters for today. I'm Mary Alale Yusuf. Have a great day. Gate of Art moves into windows of creativity.
She finds the only English word she knows from somewhere hidden in the belly of a 4'9" body, and instead of "I won't get," she greets us with "bye bye."
Branches into rooms of color and ends with a roof of imagination.
Walk into Art House. The pieces all come together at 9:30 p.m. every Saturday. Art House, life is art.
You see, life has just got easier. You stay connected to Channels TV, where news and innovations are shaping our world. Simply log on to channelstv.com to get the breaking news. Browse the homepage according to what matters to you. Tap on the extended coverage of business, sports, politics, lifestyle, infotech, entertainment, health, world news, and lots more. Click on the live link and see the news in real time. Do you want to watch the latest video of the day? It's just a click away. Friend us on Facebook, YouTube, follow us on Twitter, Google+, participate in Channels TV poll, and share your comments. It's a website you can talk to. Your voice will be heard. ChannelsTV.com. The news at your fingertips.
Fun, inspiration, and knowledge. That's what you get from readers, writers, publishers, and the entire book world. Get some interesting reviews, events, interviews, and latest updates from the book world. The Channels Book Club, inspiring you one page at a time.
Thanks for staying with us. You're welcome to Newstrack. I'm Tim Mitokbe Fagbemi. Here are the stories and reports we're tracking at this hour. As the world continues to mourn the legendary anti-apartheid crusader and freedom fighter Nelson Mandela, crowds of South Africans appear to have taken permanent positions in various places as they mourn their former leader. While announcing Mandela's death on Friday, President Jacob Zuma said his country will miss him as an incredible and extraordinary being. Our South Africa correspondent Pt.3 reports that Mandela may have gone home, but he achieved more than could be expected of any man.
Fellow South Africans, our beloved Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela, the founding president of our democratic nation, has departed. He passed on peacefully in the company of his family around 2050 on the 5th